Hey y'all, it's Kate here on a rainy tropical storm kind of Thursday. We didn't start getting rain till, oh, I better get my stick. All right, I had to get my rooster blockage. He's not being overly froggy today, but this is the first time I've been out since this morning. Like I was saying, we didn't get our first really rain showers till yesterday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon. This is Thursday, about 2:30. Just been sitting inside watching the Olympics and taking care of my a geriatric poultry protection cat who seems to be doing a lot better. He doesn't seem to have any bad teeth, but he seems to have a problem eating back off dry. So, um, didn't have any soft food, but I did have some canned chicken like you would for people. So that was pretty soft and something different, and he's been eating that. So, but he's still really skinny and bony, and part of that could just be age. And it's been a rough summer on all the animals. So I was looking out the window, and the wind was picking up, and picking up a bit coming out of the east southeast. And I think that's just the way that Tropical Storm Debby is spinning counterclockwise right now. Get back! So all the sunflowers so far have seemed to be the reddish brown. I know that the weather has got you a little spooked. Sometimes it makes them a little bit on edge. Stop! So we'll zoom in if he'll be chill. There's the sunflowers. I might walk around to the other side and see more of the chickens. Hello. So Delilah is not a D. She is a girl. She's got a nice, awesome looking comb, but I'm pretty sure she's a girl. And there's Miss Violet out there with the yellow legs. That's Drago. And then Penny is way over there in that part of the yard. So yeah, there's my sunflowers. I still haven't found my pouch, but I know I opened the purple ones because I was thinking pink or purple, pink or purple. When I opened the purple ones, I just don't think that they took. The dwarf sunflowers did, but I sometimes find, especially with some flowers like that that are super hybridized, that they don't always, they don't always germinate correctly. And I don't think I used too many of them because I was thinking, well, sometimes I really think ahead in the garden, sometimes I don't. But I was thinking that I would eventually like to do a pink and white garden, flower garden of just all different kinds of species, but all just pinks and light pinks and purples, not pink and white, blah, blah, blah. So I'm just watching Laddie watch me. I'm deadheading because, of course, when there's heavy rains, you tend to get a lot of deadheads the next day. Poor little flowers get beat down. Let me shrink this back. So this is the petunias. Still lovely. Not as lovely and thick looking as they were, but this late in their blooming season, and wind and rain, they're starting to look a little bit leggy, and that's just kind of their natural progression. Even if you're the best at deadheading and feeding and all the stuff you think, petunias, that's just what they do. They get leggy before they finish blooming. And if you know what leggy means, it means when they start getting really long, like they've got little long legs just hopping out instead of being bushy and just full of flowers. So, anyhow, just deadheading any uglies while I can see them, because I'll come out here and think I've done a great job. I've mentioned that before, and then look at it from a different angle and go, man, how did I miss all those? Deadheading some of the marigolds. I love marigolds. I love the way they smell when you pinch off the deadheads. Plus, you get a lot more blooms and big, healthier, vibrant plants if you deadheaded them. So the times blooms are over. I'm going to start clipping that and drying it to store. That's going to be a little dwarf sunflower coming up there in the Tower of Flowers. I don't know. I just totally lost my train of thought in the name of uh, this flower rack company who makes them. I had a little cucumber there, but you can see it's kind of turning. It's hanging right there in the middle. It's kind of yellow and brown. So I think I hope I did say cucumber, not tomato. Tomatoes are still popping off some cherry tomatoes. Now I've got a few explosions today. Yesterday I picked everything that I thought might, you know, be risking a chance of we get a lot of rain, which we're supposed to get more. We're in a coastal flood advisory, but that always happens when we get any kind of tropical storm or weather. So any of these that I see that are splitting, I throw over for the chickens. And that was a bad throw. I'm not even going to show where that one ended. But see, here's some cucumber that's decided it wants to come grow over here with the tomatoes. Putting off blooms and looking healthy. So, of course, that's a newer end. Those ends, big leafy ends, and what you see turning brown there is the stuff that's been up, all summer. But you can see there's lots of little blooms going on down there. So, depending on how the weather goes and I don't know what not affects it, but I might get another, surprise second showing of cucumbers, which would be fine with me. But I've got 30 on the counter I need to. So a lot of times if I'm going to chickens, I'll pop it open. There you go, Missy. Pop it open, make it a little smaller. These cherry ones, and it's easier, and then get to the seeds. Oh, she took it. Oop, that one bounced off your back. They're so cute watching them eat them. Now I put their food into the quarantine coop today so that they could, it would stay dry because their food from this morning, well, from last night, it got wet overnight. Yesterday morning, I had a little bit of a puddle on top of my totes. That's my rain gauge. Because I was going to buy a rain gauge, I couldn't pick one, and then, of course, I couldn't get one. So I just know if it's rained by weeding a little bit there. We're going to take a peek at my pumpkins. So these aren't vining out like a traditional pumpkin, and I think that's because it's a hybridized pumpkin. There's a little bitty one that's all wrinkly. I don't know how well it's doing. But these are kind of a yellow pumpkin. There's still flowers on this big bush over here, as you can tell. And we'll see if that one starts making pumpkins. I'm used to pumpkins that start vining out and growing everywhere. But there are several, even of your traditional orange pumpkins, that will get just these big cluster bushes like this. And not so viney like watermelons. But so sunflowers are, I'd say 8-9 feet tall. It has to be at least 9 foot tall, that tallest one. And here's all the chickens. They've been taking turns between storms. There's the kids running around the back. Being in the coop, which they have fresh water and 2 dishes of dry food in there. And then even with the rain, this bowl of dry right there stays dry because it's under the eaves. Looks like we have a small branch either broke or fell down off the spruce. They got fresh waters, and then I put another bowl of feed that's usually out in the yard. I put it there in the chicken shack. Hi, Cosmo. Look how pretty the wind is making your tail look. You look so fancy. Yeah, I don't want you guys pecking at this. This is pokeberry, and the berries aren't good for you. Chickens typically don't eat them, but they can be toxic if they do. But only a really dumb chicken would eat them. He's just looking for fingers to bite. I want to bite you. You're my mom, and you take care of me and do the best for me, but I still want to bite you. So, there's Zinzin. We got Luna the head hen, got the 2 Brahma sisters there, and Lily back there getting all poofed up trying to dry her feathers out. So there's underneath, is Drago. And beside him, going under the chair, is Violet, there with the little short black tail. That is Delilah, and Penny's walking around the back. She's like, I don't want to be eating the photo. There she is. So yeah, everyone's doing great. We're kind of in between rain showers. I think we're supposed to get a few more this evening, which will be nice. I love tropical storms. And right now, though, as hot as the summer's been and as dry as we were up until the last couple weeks, like I've said in previous videos, you remember the videos where my yard was all brown. Now, when I mowed it Saturday after I got back from the walk-in clinic, while I still had some energy and before I got the yucky meds in me that kind of also made me feel gross and yucky, I had to mow. The mowing had to get done, and Paul was not going to do it. He spends his time just sitting on the couch texting. I don't think they're really women, but you know, whatever. So looky here, crepe myrtle. And I'm just trying to tighten this back up, put the clip back up here on the bottom of the flag, and not get eyeball pecked by Goober Rooster over here. Yeah, I'm talking about you. And I'm just feeling grass because I'm balancing the phone on my wrist. It's a good thing I have a nice flat wrist. So the crepe myrtle's blooming, looking pretty. All the lilies are done, as you can see. This seems to be the only wildflower except for a few purples. Oh, and those purples back there are actually, that's the rosemary. Has been this one. I need to look up what it is. The yellow with the dark middles and the dark middles with the yellow outside. I really think now this right here looks like it's going to be marigold. So there may be a few late season wildflowers popping out. Besides the fact that I did a really shitty job of weeding, there's another one right there going to pop up. I think the birds really got to the seed up here. They ate all their favorite flavors and left these. So anyway, yeah, is that what they did? Is that what you would do, huh? You would eat the ones that you think are tastiest? I don't know why you're having problems with these. Periwinkle was your favorite. Periwinkle was your girlfriend. 3 years ago. Okay. So you can see the hydrangeas over here are the pink blossoms. The pink blossoms are pretty much beat down and off, dried up, and the purples you can still tell they're purple, but the heat and the sun and now the rain and the wind are probably going to finish them off. Yeah, look, Mama Swing is all. I put it up there when it's really windy, but then I don't want it to get heat moldy, so put it down, let the rain rinse it off. So yeah, roses. There's a few buds here, but yeah, the heat just this summer has been hard on everything and everybody. So, but Laddie and Flower's little corn garden's doing quite well over here. Of course, I have watered it. You can see as the hose is left there, but they've got lots of little dandelions. And I'm just going to give this corn and see what it does. Let's go around and get a better view of the other chickens, and then we'll call it a video. How's that? I just don't want to get caught out here in the rain right now. I'm doing better. I've got some more still on antibiotics until Sunday, I believe. Oh, rose moss. Here's another wayward corn. And see, this stuff was pulled out in just 2 days. I don't know what it is, but it just goes crazy. Shallow, and pokeberry everywhere. I hate that. But these are looking lively since we get so much rain. Now, yesterday, I did give them all a drink in the morning because they did not get enough rain overnight. And as the winds were coming out of the west, you can see these are all leaning, but these are all marigolds and giant marigolds. I could probably put something to hold them up, but I'm just not going to fight it this late in the season. Cosmos, a super tall 6-foot Cosmos stalk here has not made flowers yet. So I may get something to tie these up before the rain comes, but these marigolds are just so big. I don't know what variety they are, but they're huge. I've mentioned they're the biggest ones I've ever seen. So we did have a corn treat this morning and some soldier fly larvae. You see a little corn growing back there by where the teenagers are. So the teenagers are almost as big as their mama. I would say Penny there with the dark legs, light body, dark legs. She's really close to her mama's side. Hoping mama would go over there beside her. Now, Delilah and Lily are the smallest two. Those two are females. And then Drago in the back is about almost the size of his mom, just not as fluffy. So I put off doing any kind of mowing here because I really like them to have the long grass. They like the tops. They like to get the bugs around the bottom. In the evenings, you can see them chasing fireflies, and you see they run through there, and little baby crickets are hopping out, and they're just having a little snack fest. What's up there, Miss Neve? She's like, look at my feathers. I'm sick of that man. Cosmo, why are you being so rough on their feathers? Stop bragging. So there's Miss Penny of the young ones. We're going to focus on the young ones. You guys get plenty of attention. You get mainly attention for being a jerk face. So there's Penny. Whoops. There's Penny right there, and Drago in the background. And I don't know where the two little girls went. Oh, they're back over here. There's Delilah. There's their mama. And I have to say, Delilah's one of my favorites. She always has them, but sweet little Violet is too. I just love her gray patterning. She's a pretty girl. He's looking at me like, I can't believe you said favorite. So I need to find my little clippers. I think they're in the coop to do his beak. I may have to figure out a way to hold him by myself because I can't get Paul to help me. Paul holds him and covers his eyes, and then I do his beak. But I think I left my little beak clippers in one of the cubbies in here. I don't know what they're doing with this. So I had taken down one of the, back off, mister. One of the sides on the western side up top, inside the coop, for airflow, and this is it. And I guess they've been messing with it. So as soon as tropical storms pass, this weekend I'm going to come and clean out the coop. Whew. Guess I need to go get my basket and get some eggs, huh? I'm just going to stick them in my pocket and see how well we do. So these are from yesterday afternoon, evening, and today. I'm just looking at them because if they're dirty, I will usually go ahead and feed the dirty ones. They got poopy on them or really gross to the chickens. No. So yeah, pretty sure this green one is, I know from Zen Zen. I'm pretty sure this other one that's kind of dark, it's got a little bit of speckling on it. I'm pretty sure that is always Lily. I've tried to catch them coming out of the box, you know. So this bigger white one here with a little bit of ripples, I know that is I don't know, these are too dark. So all three of these must be from the Brahmas and from the Silver Lace Wyandotte, because the Leghorn crosses lay a much larger white egg. So they got food there. And in the summer, I use the heated water bowl as another little feeder. And there's a bee or something buzzy that might want to bite zipping around me here. No, I took them in the house, put them somewhere, and I can't find them. But I need to get their clippers, which are actually for dogs to cut their toenails, but they work perfect on a crooked beak chicken. Get in there. Why are you being so froggy, huh? Why are you acting like such a jerk face? Like that's my nickname. They all think they're getting an egg. No. You got your high dollar food. There's the kids just bouncing on top of the shade cloth like they're playing on top of the bed. Yeah, there's dry food in there. Like I said, and there's the one that's just on the other side of the coop. And then they got two in here, which they all just have a scoop in it, a 3-cup scoop in each one. And that way everybody can have plenty. And if they're locked inside or Anywhere they need to get out of the weather, they're fine. There's my teenagers. They were born on May 9th. So they've hit the 5-month period. It seems like only 3 months, but no, they should be more like 4 months. Maybe I didn't do the photos right, but yeah. They're just awful big for 12-week-old chickens. So they're probably more like 13, 14 weeks old, but they're so pretty. Yesterday, they were all 4 up on top of the little rabbit hut. So they can get in there if it's a downpour, if they want to. Grass is getting kind of high around it, but they do have the option of getting in there. Only one of them can probably fit now or two, but come wintertime, I will move it out so that if anyone wants to lay in there, I'll put some straw or hang out in there during the day in inclement weather if they can. You hear that? That's Cosmo over here growling. And then Laddie behind me, like growling in stereo. Are y'all done? Yeah? Your comb's looking so much better since your last attack. So he's got a very quintessential Americana comb. Where Cosmo, he's got kind of a rose comb. Laddie's is a really, really rose. Cosmo, now he's out of the picture. His is kind of a rose comb, but it stands up higher on its tips at the top. And that's whatever his Easter egg mix is. So Mom's going in. This video is over 20 minutes of me just rambling. So yeah, they got fresh water this morning when there was a break in the rain, which, you know, rain's also going to fill it, but they can get in there where it's dry if they want to get out from the rain. Yesterday when it started pouring, they were underneath, but their food is in there to stay dry. And they've got plenty of water bowls. Chaos is drinking a lot of water, and he does not want to pee in the cat box that I put in my room. It's a different kind of litter, but he hasn't used the cat box in years, so he will poo in it, but I'm having to put some big thick beach towels we don't use. So I'm rolling them up and then covering them with puppy pads in this one place that he wants to pee. And he's peeing a lot more than I notice any other cats peeing. But then again, every time I clean a cat box, I have clumping litter, so I've got big boulders of. This is me pulling out wild grape crap and being very unsuccessful. So anyway, I'm getting sticky. Things are starting to bite me. My nose is starting to run. And I'm still dealing with some fatigue. And whose feather is this, huh? This looks like a Laddie tail feather. So the black vultures the other day, my elderly neighbors next door, they have a little shelf outside their kitchen window. And it's probably 1 foot across, 1 foot by 18 inches. And they feed the feral cats up there. And I guess there might not have been any food left, or it was gone by then, but my neighbor, she's up and about a little bit more now. She's got a boot on, and so she can kind of get herself around a bit better. And there were black vultures looking in her back window, and she freaked out. She's like, I hate them. They're so creepy and scary. But, you know me, I think they're beautiful. So I'm going to leave these 2 beauties here. I'm going to go in before stuff continues to eat me. And you guys, if you're getting some of the tropical storm or have gotten some, I hope you're not overly flooded. I hope you're getting a nice reprieve from some heat. Right now, I am sweating through my clothes, so it's hot, it's humid, and I want some more rain to come. Oh my goodness, there's a breeze blowing behind me. If I wasn't in the front yard, I would lift my shirt up and let it blow across my boob sweat. Laddie's like, Mom, you are so embarrassing. Bye, you guys. Thanks for subscribing, like, share, and leave a comment. Bye, y'all.